Yeah, good afternoon, our viewers, from wherever you are watching us all over the world. It's a pleasure to have you join us on this maiden edition of our personality interview. And I have with me a woman, did I say a woman of timber and caliber? Yeah, she's a young lady, very articulate young woman. You know, she's Comrade Adebobola Agbeja, the immediate past chairperson of Nigeria Youth Council, National Youth Council, or your state chapter. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thanks for having me on show.
Well, people call her Bola, but I call her Comrade Bobo because she has taken a role and a personality that delivered on the task she was given. I must commend you during those days. You really did well as the chairperson.
Thank you very much.
So we have you on this program and we want to welcome you specially to the first edition. Before we started the program, she was making just that deliberately we brought a lady. I said, yes. And today is for the commemoration of the International Women's Day with the theme, Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress. So thank you for honoring us with your visit, and we hope we'll have a nice time interacting with you on why is it important to invest in women.
I'm honored and humbled to be here. Thank you so much, sir.
It's a pleasure. So, Comrade, what can you tell us about yourself? Somebody has invested in you. Your parents have invested in you, and I know you have invested in yourself. But those investments from all over, from wherever, how have they benefited mankind? Not just you, the investment in you so far.
Thank you very much. And I must acknowledge the presence of God in my life. And when you talk about the investment, yes, you make me think about my dad of blessed memory. And he's one person that I always think about all the time, and I'll be like, I don't want to disappoint him, being the only girl he has. So that has always been like a driving force for me. And when you talk about Comrade, yes, I inherited that one from him also.
Interesting.
Yes, he's a trade unionist. So you can tell that we are so close, and I have so many virtues I inherited from him. And about that investment, yes, I had my first degree. I wanted to relax, he didn't allow me. And then I was like, I want to make money. He said, no, go back for your master's. Wow. Little do I know that he's already preparing a good ground for me. And after first degree, I had no choice than to go back to school again for second degree. I had my master's. And then he kept on saying, you must have your PhD. And that's one thing I did not accomplish before he died. That still pained me, but at least I'm a PhD in view. In some few months' time, I know I should be done. And Comrade Bobo will now have Dr. Bobo there.
Interesting.
Yes. And so when you talk about the investments, I really appreciate them. My mom has always been supportive, and since my dad died, she now assumed that position like, you must fulfill your dad's wish. And that kept me going. And that investment was there. And along the line, I found the urge to impact people. When you want to impact people, you may not be rich. Being a voice to the voiceless.
But you are rich, oh.
Oh,
don't pretend not to be rich.
To you. And I believe, yes, I can use my voice. I can amplify for people. And that made me, from the investment, I joined Girls Brigade at a very tender age. Because my dad likes you to be active. Yeah, the only girl, yeah. Notwithstanding, I don't want to train a girl, I'll train you like a boy.
Now I understand where you had that tomboyish traits.
You can say that again. And so from Girls Brigade, we were being nurtured girl from age, I joined Girls Brigade from age 4. And till date, I'm still a member of Girls Brigade.
But you're no longer a girl.
I'm no longer a girl, but
maybe ladies brigade.
No, do you know one thing we do? We still stay in the organization to nurture the next
Very
generation.
good. Very good.
And we'll be like a reference point to the upcoming ones.
That's very
if
good.
I tell
Mentoring.
anyone, I joined Girls Brigade from age 4. And there are some people that we do see there and that will be like, oh, I want to be like that mommy. And that is the position we are assuming now. And so I rose through the ranks. I'm now a commandant in Girls Brigade. I coordinate a whole district in Oyo State. And that keeps me going. From there, Girls Brigade is an affiliate member of the National Youth Council of Nigeria.
Okay.
Among the 71 organizations. And from there, I pursued my ambition. I became the deputy chairperson, and we were like, what a man can do, a woman can do better.
Interesting.
And I rose through the ranks to become the first female chairperson of the National Youth Council in Oyo State. And I'm still waiting for someone else to join the rank. At least after me, I wish another lady to be the chairperson.
Thank you.
And we thank God, so far so good, we're able to impact not the girl child alone, but the youth at large. And some will look at you that, oh, so you can be well read and you can still be involved in activism. That's good. And you know, sometimes people will just size you up that what do you have upstairs? They believe unionism or activism is for touts. People not serious. They're like, oh, good. And we can be an exemplary to others that yes, you can be an activist and at the same time be educated. Education is never a scam. I never supported that from the beginning.
Well, I'm surprised that you're saying that because I never knew some people still hold that kind of perspective about activism.
We do have. They look at you and they will just size you up that. Well, but when you hear that, yes, I'm an MSc, or they'll be like, oh, really? Yes, I remember someone once told me, Kiloka. The sitting governor then, when they asked you Kiloka, that is, they expected that you are non-entity. But when they hear what you have, they will give you that regard.
Well, let me ask you, because after you left the National Youth Council, you founded an NGO,
yes,
the Young and Women Initiative.
Yes.
Then from your experience, activism and everything, how has that impacted women in particular? How have you encouraged women, investment in women? Because the theme this year is that invest in women, accelerate progress. How do you marry that? Yes, it's good to invest in women, but how does it accelerate progress? How does it positively impact lives?
Thank you very much. There is a slogan we do have: train a woman, train a nation. Because woman can multitask. Apologies to the men.
Not accepted.
Okay. But I can tell you, women are trying. It is that same woman that will go to school, we take care of the home, we take care of the children. We also take care of the senior baby. You know the senior baby?
Oh, I don't know.
The husband.
Interesting.
So, things like that, they can do it and balance it easily. And in that way, when you train a woman, they always have that motherhood thing in them. So that translates to every of their activities. And when you talk about invest in women, you are like giving birth to nations. Men can sit down and eat and just have fun and forget everything that at least presently let me enjoy. But women will think like, how can we use this to sustain ourselves for the whole month? Many of us know that the women hold the home front. And when the way you balance everything, that yes, we can sustain the home front, they are good to go. The reason for founding the Young and Woman Initiative, I noticed some deficiencies when I was the chairperson of the National Youth Council. And I noticed that women are not really in the forefront. When we talk about the vulnerables, I can tell you for free, women and youth.
I agree with you.
And most times what they see that women, they belong, you know, one time a president said they belong to the other room. And many people still have
they
that.
They don't belong only to the other room, but they must
also
belong.
And you understand, many people don't see that quality. The only thing is to the other room. And even training of the girl child becomes a big problem because they'll be like, you will still change your name. I remember before my father died, there was a time he told me that, with this your activism, you didn't even use my name. because I was already married. Do you get? So some still have, despite his exposure, and though he didn't make it a big deal, but you know definitely he still felt some pain.
Yeah.
So some of these are fathers or the society is not favoring
Well, I
women.
must agree with you when you said women can multitask.
Yes.
Because even in the family setting, as a married man, sometimes, although I later read it in some books to confirm it, when you are in the sitting room, just me sitting down with my phone, I can't hear any other thing. But you see that women, she will be talking to you. She's hearing the child that is crying in the room. She's hearing the sound from the kitchen, whether the food is done. Those are the natural gifts God has given to women.
It's just a natural embodiment
to us. So to a large extent, I agree with you in that area. But investing, but how does that accelerate progress? Yes, you have an NGO, you are a commandant with the Girls Brigade, you have gotten several awards. So accelerating the progress of Oyo State and Nigeria, I still don't get it. How is that? Because it's in this same Nigeria that we heard of Better Edu, we heard of all these women. They are supposed to, not one, no, we heard of Desiani and other women that have been alleged.
Men involved in corruption, but because we have very few women.
Corruption is not my fault. I'm just saying that they have shown us that what men can do, they can do better.
It's because we have very few women in such position. So when one Ete comes out, it goes viral. And it's nothing less than the influence of the men. We have social vices, we have cultural, we have religious. I remember when I was vying for the chairperson, some sects said they were not going to vote for me.
Yeah.
It's a tight, contested election.
Yeah.
That how can a lady lead us?
Leader? Yeah.
So we still have some cultural beliefs we have to break. We have some religious beliefs we have to break. And once they notice that a woman is in charge, they will look for every way to break that person. We must not shy away from that.
Comrade.
This Beta Edu issue, is she the only one involved? But she got suspended. She is the only one suspended. I'm not going to fight for that as an activist in that area.
Let's even leave that aspect. But
do you know where I'm going? If that woman gets there, because some people just felt a woman should not lead, they will look for every game to play.
For a case, I don't agree with you. Why I don't agree with you? The immediate past office holder was also a woman.
And was also indicted.
The indictment did not come, without some, reasonable suspicion.
That was why I said I'm not going to hold brief for them.
That's why I said we're not going to dwell too much on that, because those ones, in this same country, we had the likes of Professor Dora Akuyili. We have Professor Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. We have Obi Ezekwesili. We have great women that have, and we have Comrade Bobotu. She has not been alleged to have embezzled anybody. Because I later joked that why is it that all the ladies that are accused of embezzling money, they are very fair ladies. They must need a lot of money to maintain or what? And you are fair too, so I'm afraid.
No, I'm not as fair as them anyway, but it's just by the way.
No, so that's just on the lighter part. You have done very well. You have received a lot of awards, and of course, your investment, the investment of your parents and your willingness to build capacity and develop yourself has really paid off. Because if you were not learned, if you have not been invested in, you will not have, been in a position to say you want to even vie. Because one of the things I've discovered is that I have no problem with women leading. What the problem I have is they are just wanting to compete with men. You don't need to compete with anybody.
You are not 100%. You are he for she. We can still give you that.
Which one is he for she now?
He for she, that is, you support a woman.
I support because I believe that an exemplary woman, an outstanding woman, the whole world will make way for you. Forget about the sect that for religious or fanaticism purpose, but if you are outstanding, people will not even remember that you are a woman again. Who is talking about Professor Okonjo-Iweala? being a woman now. You know, she is so outstanding that you respect her for who she is, not for the gender. You know, that's what I believe, that if a woman is so outstanding, she is outstanding. And I have a few women too like that in your state that I've seen that these women, they are loaded. They are loaded and they are just outstanding in their own way. So I don't relate with them that because it's a woman, this one is brilliant. And even if you put that brain in a man, it will be brilliant. So it doesn't matter the gender again.
Yeah,
so I
good.
must appreciate that. So it's a great pleasure having you around with us.
Thank you.
You know, for this brief interaction for the Women's International Women's Day. You know, because though you are in your state, we know you are an international woman too. So you have done so well for yourself. You have done so well for your family, and of course, your state is proud of you. I came one day to the, is it House of Chiefs or House of Comrade? I don't know which one, at the secretariat when you were part of the post-NSAS committee, and I saw you there. This is Comrade Bobotu among the,
that's true.
So you have really done well, because you represented the youth folks very well, and we must applaud you for that. So we are glad that you are here. You are an exemplary woman, and to commemorate today, we appreciate your turning up.
Thank you.
So I say happy International Women's Day to you.
Yeah, thank you. And to all other women out there, happy International
Women's Day. And to my wife
Day.
And my daughters too.
Wow, thumbs up to you. Thank you for nurturing a big baby. So, and we are to raise more awareness for women all over the world. At least let us have that power. Let us know our words, that yes, we can. The yes, we can spirit is the main thing. Once you have the passion, the drive, I believe there's nothing impossible. That's one thing about me. Even if we want to approach someone, the worst you're going to say is what? No.
What do you have to say about women, the government of your state investment in women?
Yeah, we have to give it to him, though we are not yet there. And we can say Rome isn't built in a day. So at least Commissioner for Youth, now we have a woman, a young lady there doing well. Commissioner for Women, we have some states, even Commissioner for Women Affairs will be a man. We have a woman here. And let me tell you, your state, our SSG is a woman. Head of service, a woman. Due process, a woman. No, give it to him. We are not yet there. At least
where do you want to get to? You say you are not yet there.
We're still getting a day. I can't wait to have a day.
No,
female governor.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Even let's start with deputy governor.
Okay, it's not impossible.
Yeah.
When we have people like you.
So it's not impossible.
You know, it's not. We have those who have the capacity to, but
so that's why I said it's something we can still yearn for more. So
you are Oliver Twist.
Obviously,
women generally.
We have not yet made up the 35% affirmative. So, House of Assembly, your state, we only have 2 women.
Well, that's
last assembly was 1.
Now
this one, 2.
Next one, you might have 5.
So that's why I said we are not yet there. But we are getting.
That's very good. That's very good. Comrade, is a great pleasure having you around, particularly for our maiden edition.
I'm glad
and we hope to still have more of you by the grace of God. Thank you very much. For more of us at Darling Television, we say a big thank you to you.
You're most welcome.
To see more of you. Thank you.